Welcome to Hart, where we talk about games, movies, and animes, young and old. And today we're talking about the 2021 movie Wrong Turn. And why do I want to talk about Wrong Turn? Because the Wrong Turn movies all kind of suck. The first one, I guess, is fine. Whatever, we can go with that. They made like 7 of those things. Don't think any of them are very good. We don't got to talk about that. So they go, yeah, we want to revamp the series, or I don't know, revitalize the series, whatever. They want to, why can I not reboot the series? That's the actual word we're looking for here. They want to reboot the series, right? So they make this 2021 movie, Wrong Turn, that is actually good. They actually kind of made a good movie, but in no way is this a Wrong Turn movie. Like, they could have called it something else. I don't understand. They didn't even need to use the Wrong Turn IP. Like, they didn't at all. They didn't have to do that. I don't know what they would have called it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I have a better name for the movie. I kind of don't. But the only reason why I watched this movie is because I was just looking for, I was like, wow, I want to watch a horror movie. So I was just looking, and online said that this movie has one of the most satisfying endings to a horror movie. And I said, I love being satisfied. Who doesn't? So I kind of figured, well, the ending's got to be to someone, gets their just desserts or whatever. The ending's got to be, hopefully the good guy wins or something like that, or whatever happens. Mostly with the end of a lot of these horror movies, it's like good but not great. Maybe the main character gets away, but at a cost. So I was actually excited to watch. And like right off rip, I love how this movie sets itself up. It sets it up so well. I actually think, now that I'm talking about this movie, I think I liked it a lot because the way it sets itself up is, I just thought it was so good. Like, they just do it. It's through the perspective of the father, who his daughter and their friends have gone missing on the Appalachian Trail. They get lost on the trail, and they're warned. Okay, well, so the movie opens up, and the father is looking for his daughter. And he's like, man, she's been missing. I don't know where she is. Like, I got to find her. He's, worried father. He's trying to figure it out. And no one kind of knows what's going on. He's getting turned around a lot. And then we cut to, it's like 6 months earlier or something. And then it's the daughter and her friends getting to where they are. She's calling her dad, leaving voicemails, telling, oh, this is what's going on, blah, 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 and all this stuff like that. They set up this whole other subplot. Well, it's like a main plot, I guess, about, she's just out there to find herself, and she's going to figure out what she wants to do with, her life. Like, her friends like own a small business, and this friend's like a doctor, and this friend's like a therapist, and everyone has like a established career, and she's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, that kind of thing. I say like subplot because it is like a main plot, but it kind of doesn't matter that much. And then the rest of the movie follows similar Wrong Turn-esque parts, except they don't just like find cannibals in the woods. And there's not just like cannibals in the woods who are just hunting them, basically. It's like they find a civilization or a group of people who have cut themselves off from civilization. I can't remember the specific reason. So that, when the world like collapses, they will be able to rebuild society or whatever. So they stumble upon this, and things go from 0 to 100 when they get into the forest. Like, right off rip, someone dies. I felt so bad for one character because you knew that this one character, you're like, yeah, that guy's basically fodder. Like, this couple is basically fodder, and I feel so bad for them. Like, you just knew. And they were. And it was terrible. They had some of the worst deaths. It was insane. Yeah, they get captured up in this tribe, and then they do whatever, and then it cuts back to the dad. Like, I'm cutting a lot of the movie out here because I don't want to break down the movie scene by scene here. But then they go back to the dad near like the end half of the movie, and he's like, fuck that shit. I'm going there. I'm gearing up, and I'm going to save my daughter. And it's so sick. You're like, hell yeah. This dude's going to go in there like guns blazing. It's pretty sick. There's one part that's hilarious. He like hires a guy to go in the forest with him to be like his tracker. And he's like, yeah, he's like, why'd you take the money? Why are you coming to the forest with me? He's like, well, because I want to put my son through school. But then he brings his son with him, and they both die. Like, instantly. They both die so fast. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Why did you not leave your son at home? You knew that this was going to be dangerous. It's so crazy. It's kind of funny. Like, it's not a perfect movie by any means, because there's stuff like that where you're like, what? that was so dumb. And even like the guy's like, from now on, you follow me. And the guy's like, okay. And the next scene happens, and he's the guy who's like, yeah, you got to follow me. He's at the back of the herd. He's the last guy. And it's like, you just said everyone has to follow you. And now your son's leading, and he sets up a fucking booby trap, and wow, now everyone's dead. Well, not everyone, but you know. So yeah, it is a pretty wild ride, and the ending is extremely satisfying. I don't want to like say it, but I guess I don't really know if it's that much of a spoiler. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about the ending now. How about that? How about I talk about the ending now? If you want to watch the movie, go watch the movie, because it does have a very satisfying ending, and it's actually a good Wrong Turn movie. Like, again, it does not have to be called Wrong Turn at all. It just uses the IP so that it's something familiar, but in no way is this like, I don't know. There's no need to do it. Like, if they make a Wrong Turn 2 from this, I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, you guys, we don't need to do this again. So, saying that, let's talk about the ending, because the ending is incredibly satisfying, where the daughter escapes with her father, and they end up opening like a construction business or something, or she ends up working with him. So it's like, oh, look, she found out what she wants to do. And then she goes home to like her mom and her brothers, and the guy who like ran the civilization in the forest is there in their kitchen, and she walks in, and he's like, you thought you could escape from me, basically. And there's like this crazy scene where he fucking like stabs her mom and kills the brothers, and then she throws a knife at his head, and they're all just dead. And you're like, oh my God, she's going to jail. Like, they're going to pin everything on her, and it's like, whoa, this is crazy. Holy shit. And it's like a dream sequence, but it's not a dream sequence. It's just something that happens. She imagines it, basically. And then it cuts back, and you're like, oh, thank God that didn't just happen. Like, that was sick and everything, but the consequences behind what just happened would be immense. But shit does still go down. And because I had heard that it was going to be a very satisfying ending, I'm like, ending starts. She's like, fine, I'll come back to the forest with you or whatever. So she goes, and they get into an RV, and the RV's driving away, and the credits start to roll. And I was like, what is this? What is happening? Why are the credits rolling? And then the RV starts to swerve. And I was like, yes, yes. And then the dude falls out of the RV, and the driver starts running away. And she jumps out of the RV onto the guy who's like the main bad, basically, and just is like stab, 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 stab. And then runs down the street after the driver, fucking throws the knife at him, jumps on top of him, stab, 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 stab. I was like, this is so sick. It's in the middle of the street, in the middle of the day. Like, it's the consequences behind that will be immense, but it doesn't matter because it's so fucking satisfying for that. Like, oh my God. So satisfying. So awesome. I loved it so much. I love that ending. It really was worth it for that. Like, the whole movie. I'm not going to, I'm definitely hyping this movie up a lot, I think. There are so many stupid decisions that characters make. It's insane. Yeah, one character... Well, there's like a couple things that happen, and like everyone gets really mad at this guy, at one of their friends. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like he kind of reacted not properly, but not that out of the question. Like, he thought they killed his girlfriend. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. The whole dynamic with the friends was actually interesting once they got put into this certain situation. It really tested their friendship, but like it actually tested their friendship. Yeah, so that movie was good. I liked it. It was actually a good reboot. Just one of those reboots that doesn't... I feel like there was another reboot recently that had that where I was like, yeah, it does not need to use the same name at all, but it does. So there you go. And it did, which is fun because I don't know. At the end of the day, I guess like would I have even known? Like, would I have watched it? Like, because I thought it was a reboot or whatever, but I don't know. I liked that one. I liked it. I watched that one actually a while ago. I just forgot. I've watched so many movies recently that I just haven't talked about, which is fine because I've been just watching movies and doing stuff. And anyways, that's the horror movie review. Until next time, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Peace.